platform where they're in control. Creators can bring their creativity on chain and make sure that they're the ones benefiting. Everyone everywhere gets the same access, no matter where you're born, no matter where you live. This is the future of the internet. This is on chain.
Greetings. Welcome once again to Builder Office Hours. And we're gonna go through the usual, um, checking out the latest on what's happening with, coding on base, vibe coding on base, or building apps on base. And yeah, and then we're just gonna have a little chat around building mini apps and what's going on and what's the latest on base. With Shabs, yeah, joined by Shabs. Shabs, how you doing?
I'm all good, man. I'm all good. It's good to be back. How are you?
As always, man.
Yeah.
What you been up to?
Uh Not much since Monday, yeah. I've just been trying to work around that Clobot and just see what I can do. It was interesting in terms of the costing of Clobot.
Mm.
It's not a cheap exercise, actually, when you
Really?
run. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's not on your APIs because there's quite a few things that needs to happen in the background. So, for
Mm.
example, just when I started, I just said hi, yeah, and because
Yeah.
it's baked in, where Clobot shows you your token utilization, but just saying
Yeah.
hi back to it, I'd done 6% of my allocated
Mm.
tokens, and I was like, 6%. you know so
Mm.
yeah, there's that element. There's quite a few things that came out from a social media perspective as well, from a security perspective, how to set it up more securely,
Mm.
without exposing yourself, exposing your information, to the greater net, because we do know there are hackers out there, and it seems
Mm.
like the setup, the way that a lot of people have been doing it, they've been
Mm.
exposing API keys on the net, and anybody can play around with that. Anybody can see the conversation. So um, now
Yeah.
I'm just looking at ways to be able to securely use it on the VPS. I'm using Amazon, um, the cloud server, to be able to do that. I still haven't cleaned out my other machine that I said I would, in order to run it locally. Obviously, that would be able to give me a little bit more comfort if I run it locally, without exposing certain things. But yeah, that's basically been, what I've been playing around with. Yeah.
Nice. Uh, is it safe to run it on your machine, this cloud bot? Is it not better like to run it on a cloud or something or another PC?
Yeah, look, a lot of people says it's easier to clean out your machine, and to
Mm.
be able to run it locally on a completely clean machine. And obviously, it depends on how much access you give it. So a lot of people will also say, like, do a brain dump and give it everything about you, so that
Yeah.
it learns and understand, and it has that capability, right? It has
Mm.
memory baked in it, and it can learn, and adapt, right? But the problem with doing such a big brain dump is you might release sensitive information, about you, that now when you expose yourself to the net, there's an issue, right? So you need to think of certain elements like that. I think go slowly, right? Start
Yeah.
by adding things that you think are interesting to you, that you can work on, as opposed to giving access and doing everything the way that it is recommended on the net. So that's the way that I would approach it. Like clean slate, give it a system or hardware that it takes over, and you know there's nothing on there that exposes you. You don't put any sensitive information like your ID and stuff like that. And you let it over time grow and learn to understand who you are as you progressively learn how it works, as opposed to, you know, just going full on. I think you need to be careful with it. And another area that I picked up is a lot of the Anthropic API keys are being blocked, and those accounts are actually being removed from Anthropic or Claude, simply because you're exposing them to an area of their business that they don't necessarily want to be in. That's why they created Claude Cowork within a secure environment where they actually built it in a very different way as to how Claude bot. I think it's actually changed names. It's Maltbot, because they were being sued.
Copyright issues there.
Yeah, it was too close, copyright issues. So it's changed names. But it's interesting nevertheless. I think the real lesson here is like first iteration of something, autonomous agent is always going to be fraught with a lot of problems. But for those who are aware and those that know and understand what they're doing, the results that they're getting are far greater, for example, than what I'm getting. And that's what we need to strive to understand and to learn in order to be able to create something that is meaningful. And when you look at it like that, then Jarvis is not a far away concept that, you know, we see within Iron Man. It's literally something that is, by the end of this year, they would have perfected a lot of things, you know, from a security level, from prompt injections and stuff like that. I think there would be massive improvement when it comes to agentic sort of applications. And therefore, it's worth investigating. It's worth learning. It's worth taking the time to explore and see what is possible. So, yeah.
Okay, nice. I wanted to play the quick disclaimer before we chat to Lloyd as well. Just give us 20 seconds.
Today's conversation is for information and educational purposes only. It does not constitute financial, technical, or legal advice. The views expressed are our own and do not represent Base, Coinbase, or any affiliated platforms.
Right, great, we're back. Lloyd, how are you doing? Thanks, Chaps, for that update on what's happening with the Claude.
Hey guys.
Lloyd, how are you doing on your end?
I'm doing
What's
great,
up,
guys.
Lloyd?
Hey Shabs, hey Grace. I'm doing good. I actually joined in earlier, but then I just had to reboot my Wi-Fi, so that's why I jumped out again. But yeah,
Okay.
everything's going great on my end. Trying to see what we can do with this moat bot and see how we can bring it. We can bring it on chain, and and also I managed to get my other AI pin, the OMI pin. So it reached it reached like 30 minutes ago. So I can't wait to see if I can. It just arrived, man.
I'm excited
now
for
you must
you,
do
man.
some videos. Do some videos when you're testing it out. Let's see,
no,
like,
I will.
you know, what AI model is this pin AI
So
pin
you
using?
can you can actually connect it to all the other models, so Claude, Anthropic, just like the other limitless one as well. So it's the same. I'm trying to see how I can sync this with the Moltbot, since it's not CloudBot anymore. Trying to see how I'm going to sync this with that, and yeah, can't wait to just experiment and see what we can do with it. Yeah, but
Is it wearable around the neck or on the wrist?
Yeah.
Where do you wear this AI wearable?
So for the Omi pin, you can wear it around your neck. You can also buy something that looks like a band, so you can wear it on your wrist. Then it also comes with this thing that lets you stick it on the side of your head, so it makes it look very futuristic.
Side of the head, like
yeah, like right by your.
Like what? Is it around the something that comes around the ear or goes over the head, like a?
Nah, it's on your temple side, so just right where above your ear, but right in front, like above your cheek, a bit in front.
So what, you stick it on your skin or?
Yeah, it sticks. I think it's got like a suction, like a suction cup, so it just sticks right there.
Lloyd, if I were you, that's what I would
swelling up, bro. People are gonna start swelling up and growing like an introvert. What's going on?
I would actually take that as an option, right? Because that would drive people crazy. Imagine you had that and you link it to your Moltbot and you talk to the Moltbot to do something, and then people just see the reaction. Oh, that would be
because
great.
if you technically, if you link this AI wearable to your Claude or Moltbot, or is it Moltbot?
Moltbot,
you could like literally be instructing this thing. It will be building your apps, your mini apps, or whatever you're building. And it will be giving you feedback and telling you what's going on, and then you'd respond, oh, okay, try this, try that, or what's the update. So you could like literally be building apps on the go, man.
Absolutely.
Literally.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is. And well, let's see what we can build with it, because I mean, we can always build stuff together and we can test it out. And let's see what we can do with it.
But you know what's funny? I think a lot of people may not be considering, but my mind is just I like thinking like that. Even if like Moltbot has not worked completely from a security perspective, but just to know and understand the infrastructure that was brought together to create an autonomous agentic agent work, that is crazy. That is crazy. That the fact that you actually get to see the system orchestration. So if you wanted to build your own thing, there's the blueprint, so that's what I'm excited about, because anything is possible now.
Yeah. And for me, I also feel like when it comes to like the security side, that's something that can easily be patched out, like even the most secure systems also have loopholes. It's just that they are properly maintained, they're always checking to see if there's any bugs. So I feel like it's going to be the same with this, and I feel like it's just the beginning, because once people just get used to this, and just it will be like getting used to a phone, for the first time, rather than a landline, or rather than going to like an internet cafe. Once people just get used, they will go crazy with it. They will go crazy.
Yeah.
All
right.
Oh, nice.
So thanks for the update, guys, on this CloudBot. It's clearly a trend. And if anyone doesn't know what we are talking about, you could check it out on, let me see, it's called, it was initially CloudBot.
Yeah, but it's Moltbot. I'm gonna spell it for you. Moltbot. MOLT for Tommy, B for Barry.
Okay, got it.
T. Yeah.
MOLT.bot. Yeah. So how would you describe this thing? It's like an autonomous AI agent
Yeah.
that you can integrate it to your WhatsApp. You can chat to it on WhatsApp or on Discord or Telegram, and it can like literally build all your apps on the go. You know, yeah, you can let it run the whole night. You can set it up in a local machine. You can set it up on some servers as well. Yeah, so there are obviously security risks around it, but ideally, you can run this thing locally. It can complete a lot of tasks. Can look for flights for you, look for food, order food. When you go to restaurants, you can integrate it to Google Maps, and it will tell you what restaurants use. You can even ask, integrate your email and give it access to your emails and stuff like that, and or your diary, and you can plan everything for you and tell you what you're missing, etc., etc. So yeah, it's just a very, very smart way of it's a smart personal assistant AI agent. Let's put it that way. That does it all. Okay. I think the issue is still around revenue. Someone asked a very good question. How do you make money out of this thing? So yeah, but we'll talk about that in the course of the evening. I mean, in the course of this call, sorry, this afternoon. Just to recap where we left off, guys, right? So we were building a mini app, right? And we had some errors. So what I did is, because I was building it partly in AI Studio, and we're showing everybody how to build a mini app from scratch. So what I did is I just imported it from AI Studio, got the API key, set it up, and this is what I'm just running in my local, right? So the whole idea with this mini app is that it will generate all those images that you need, right? So these are all the images that you need in their respective sizes when you're building a mini app, right? And these would sit in your public folder, right? So when you're building a mini app, if you're migrating an existing app, I don't think you will have all these images, right? But when you're building a mini app from scratch, it comes with the templates. Okay, so they would sit on your public folder. So I'm just going to reveal that. Okay. So they would sit in our public folder. So these are all like little templates, right? So I think when you initially build a mini app, it won't have screenshot 1, 2, 3, I think. So you see this screenshot 1, 2, 3 in the, you'll notice it in the, let me see, the well-known, Jason, it's in the manifest, right? So it's listed somewhere in the manifest. So I was actually trying to, here they are. I was actually trying to figure out where do you find this screenshot 1, 2, 3. So I think there's still a few things we need to update, but we're gonna have a look at the templates, the latest templates, Lloyd, that you shared with me earlier, and see if we have
so
these.
I don't know if you're still looking for the screenshots, but I think you found them.
Yeah. These ones, I've highlighted them. Yeah. Screenshot 1, 2, 3. So I couldn't find in the initial, like when you set up like when you build a new mini app, it doesn't come with these in the in your public folder, the screenshot 1, 2, 3. It's just got this screenshot, and then it's got this one, and then it's got this one, screenshot portrait. So these are the only two that it comes, but it doesn't have screenshot 1, 2, 3. So so I was trying to figure out where these other files, where I got them from. But I remember that we needed them, and then I got them in one of my old apps, one of the old folders. But we're going to verify all of this stuff, and hopefully in the templates, they're going to have all this. So now these are all placeholders. And what we're trying to solve is then, how do you get people to build these or to make these all at once, right? So one of the things I suggested was creating this app, because you can do this in AI Studio. It can create all these images, right? So I created an API key, made this quick little mini app, over here. But there's a problem with this mini app, right? The Google API key that Google gives us, it can't generate multiple images at the same time. I tried to increase the timeline to give a 15-minute gap, but it still can't. So I think I have to subscribe for proper Gemini suite and get the API key for the rate limits. So these are rate limited. So with the API key that we have, you can only generate one image at a time. So it allows you to generate one image, then you stop, and I'm not sure what the time difference is, and then you generate the next one. So that takes a bit forever. However, in AI Studio, if you do it in AI Studio like I did with this app, right? Where did I build this app? In AI Studio, it works, okay? Because AI Studio, they don't have the same rate limiting as per when you create an API key to export to your app. So yeah, that's the only tricky part. So it will mean that I probably have to sign up for, okay, that's the API key.
Google, sorry,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to understand. So within your own application that you're building in a Visual Studio or VS Code, it's VS Code, yeah? There's a rate limit.
So this API key that you generate here, right?
Yeah.
When you generate an API key and then you take it to your app over here,
Yeah.
right? It's rate limited. So to give you an example, it's going to show you the errors. So let me say, let's create images for an app for managing my calendar, make them vibey, colorful, and professional.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I say generate, right, it's gonna make an API call, but already I've got an error down here. So you'll see. You see, I've got an error that's coming up, and this error is basically telling me that the quota, I've reached the quota. Yeah, and then if I go to AI Studio, let me see, what did I use? Okay, I used a separate, I created a separate one. I initially thought the issue was my API key, or maybe my profile on AI Studio. I thought maybe I'd maxed it out, but so I created a new one, only to realize that that's not the case. It's actually the rate limiting.
Do you think?
Okay, wait. AI
Do you
Studio.
think it's the rate limiting from what word am I looking for? Do you think it's the rate limiting in that it allows you to make a certain number of images on AI Studio itself, but when you export the code and try to use that API, it kind of just gives you like a small amount? I think that's what they're doing.
So you see, I looked at the graphs. You see my usage over here. This is my Gemini API usage. So that API key I've created, right? So this is usage. So you can see when I'm using it, right? Because the blue is the usage. And then the green, sorry, is the requests. And then the blue is the success rate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see it's generating something, but because I'm trying to generate 8 images at the same time, something fails, and then it goes down. And then, so when I look at here as well, API errors, you can see it's giving me errors here. 44 not found, 429, too many requests. Can you see? Okay, it might be a bit too small, but it's got 429, too many requests, and then it's got 20. You see what I'm saying?
So 20 times.
Yeah.
I think Google.
So there's too many requests.
Yeah. Because also when you think of a lot of the models, so if you have a large context window, when it becomes too large. So the model can begin to hallucinate, and it therefore doesn't finish. So we assume that when you're creating an image, that it's just an image, but to the model, it's doing 8 different functions, which is 8 different JSON files, which at some point, if you have them in one context window, it could be way too much for the actual model to be able to handle. And maybe that's what's creating the error, is that at some point it just fails.
You've
Also,
actually got me thinking. You've got me thinking that I could create 8 API keys and allocate each of these images to be generated by one specific API key. But then the only problem is that we won't have, it will generate different types of images.
Yeah. Another way that you can actually do it is, so how I do it is I let the AI create a Python script which converts the image I give it to these formats. So what I do is I generate one image, and then I put it in my IDE, and then I tell the AI, use this image to create the different sizes. So it uses the Python script to do that. So in your app, what we can do is to kind of fix that. We can let one image be generated by the AI, and then once it's generated, we tell it to write a Python script that now converts that into the other sizes. So what happens is the user will say, we generate one image. It will just generate one image, and then in the background, it will now pass it through the Python script, and then it will populate all these with the same image.
That's actually pretty smart. So, Lloyd, what would happen if we created the Python script from the word go in the background? Because we don't have to actually have anything that comes up per se. So what the user is going to get out of this prompt that says, let's create images for my app for managing calendar and make them vibey, colorful, and professional. So what you're going to get here is Python scripts that you can actually take and copy into the same space that you wanted your pictures to be put. And then it just generates the pictures within that second model. Am I making sense?
Yeah, you are making sense. So because the Python script is something we can put like in the back end, so you can definitely let the model generate like that one image, and then once that image is generated, then the Python script can automatically detect it and then pass it in the background. So if the user is using this on an app like Vercel, it just generates the images like this. So they won't really get to see the first image. It will just generate everything as like the 8 images. At once. Yeah, that definitely works.
How can we turn that into a template that then, like, let's say, in the process of like, building our base mini apps. So let's say we've got our base documentation, right? Let me go to base.org. In fact, let's have a look at those templates as well, Lloyd, because we're trying to solve the issue of trying to make it easier and quicker for people to build, right? And one of the areas that kind of slows us down, trying to figure out is all those those assets. I actually came to find out these images that we're talking about, in the other app stores, they call them either creatives or
you can go
assets.
to see the docs at the bottom. Bottom left. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
Google.
Then the mini app.
Google.
Mini apps. Yeah. And then all the way to the bottom, at the end of the the one on the left side.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where they have the
templates on resources. Yeah, right there.
It's on the resources.
Below. Oh, you can't click resources. Just templates.
Templates.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
So here you go.
Okay. So these are new, right?
I just found them yesterday.
Yeah, when I looked at their GitHub repos, it was like some of them were uploaded 3 days ago. Okay, so anyone who's building mini apps, right? There's the new templates that they've added. So you go to base.org, go to mini apps, and then go to the bottom left under resources, there's templates. So these templates are for building mini apps, of course, right? So let me see what else they have here and what does it say? So these are ready to use templates and tutorials for building your mini app, okay? So they're on GitHub. So they've got a full demo. Okay, mini app demo for Farcaster and Minikit. Well, okay. Well, you still need to figure out what Lloyd, are you familiar with the difference between Minikit, on-chain kit, and Farcaster SDK in terms of like what makes that different? Is that the build experience? How do those differ exactly?
Okay, so what I just noticed is that when it comes to the Minikit, that's specifically for like the base app for mini apps and Farcaster, but the Farcaster SDK is specifically only for Farcaster. So the Minikit should be for both Farcaster and the base app, and then the Farcaster one is just for Farcaster alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the Minikit full demo, right? Let's see. Okay. I think when I played around, I also saw that they had like a template for a Vite app. So this is a proper full file structure.
Yeah.
So let's see how we can start working with this. It says demo mini app to demonstrate. Okay, let me just check something. Oh, okay. So it refers back to the documentation over there. Okay. Okay, so how do we copy this? We just copy this link, yeah?
Yeah, it's
import it.
It's
let me
GitHub,
let me try and see if we can quickly spin it up in okay, so let's see. I'm gonna clone a repository. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna call it so this is a template, yeah? So it's a mini app template. Okay, mini app template, right? Fatal repository. Okay.
Google,
so
what
it doesn't have the Git.
You can
I can download it.
Yeah, you can just download it from the. So let's see. Next to add file, or just right there, just right click that. Yeah, right click it. Okay, then click the next to add file. There's those 3 dots. Just click those.
Oh, okay. I wasn't seeing those. Okay, gotcha. But it doesn't allow me to. Copy path will just copy the URL. So how do you work with this?
There's a way in which I downloaded it yesterday. Click those 3 on top of the no, the ones on the left inside the on top of public. On your right side, yeah, below,
public.
slightly below. Yeah, below.
Oh,
Yeah,
over
they're
here.
down. Yeah, so there's those 2 dots on top. It's a root folder.
Oh, these ones.
Yeah, just click that. Yeah, and then
Okay.
let's try to right click it from here. You can try to right click the full.
No,
thing.
that's.
But it.
Mm.
Oh, okay. So this is what you're going to do. Just instead of copying this, copy the link at the top, all the way at the top. Yeah, just use
The
that
URL?
one. Yeah, just copy
Oh,
that
that's the
one.
one I just used. So it didn't. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say clone a repository. Maybe I should just tell my thing to okay, download
Yeah.
this repo template into yeah. Let's see.
Yeah,
Maybe it will
that
figure it
should
out.
work. Yeah. Yeah. There we go.
Okay, so it found the path. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me.
Is it done? Oh no.
Okay, allow. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
because
so
I
it
wouldn't
did
be
find it.
surprised. That was quick.
Mhm.
Sorry, guys, how did we get around that? Sorry, I
just
just had a
copied the
call at the
URL.
gate.
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
copied we
I
just
copied
copied
the
the
URL.
URL.
Let me see what
Yeah.
it's saying. I've got too much
And
light here. Mm,
And
you
you
like
just put it in your IDE, yeah?
yeah, so we just copied the link and told it to download it because cloning had issues. So just say download the repo. So it downloaded it. Yeah. Google,
Yeah.
you can say yes. So would you like me to open this folder as a workspace? So just say yes. And it will start working on it.
Sometimes it's the most obvious thing that actually gets the work done.
Yeah, and I have you noticed how sometimes if you tell the AI model to kind of like open a preview for you inside certain IDEs, and even if the preview exists, it just fails to do it.
It just fails.
Like that.
Like
Just
mine does that, man.
it just it's insane.
I was just like, okay, whatever. If you don't want to, it's fine. It's fine. I'll work from the browser.
Okay, so this is it, right? So I
Yeah.
see it's called it mini app something. All right, so this is the whole
Mini app full demo kit.
okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, but their public is only got 1, 2, 3, 4 images. Okay, that's interesting.
The logo, the square, the icon, and the banner. Yeah.
Okay, let's run
npm
build
install.
and then
Yeah.
Yeah, or npm install first, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, because it hasn't installed other the packages yet.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, then when it's done, we can
So-
do run build.
Remember the old way when we used to, it kind of like was the same way of building in the past, right? Where
Yeah.
you download the actual, template onto your local. Yeah, so it's kind of like the old approach, but let's see what the template looks like once. But they've probably packed it with all the stuff, right? Base pay, etc., etc. But we'll see
Yeah, I
what
think
that looks like.
they've added the components. I know the Connect wallet already works, so
Okay.
Yeah, and that's
The
also
thing
what
is, it comes. Okay.
Sorry?
Okay, so it comes with a base account already. Which the old templates, remember when you started building or having these calls last year around July, August, or whenever. Yeah, the template would have it would come with the Connect wallet.
With
a base account.
Yeah, it has. I think this one also still has that. I think this is the updated version of what we used to use then. because that was also quicker because you could just download it, install it, and then because everything was already there, all you needed to do is just tell the AI to just convert it to like what you want, and because it's already a mini app, after converting it, the only thing you still have to do is the account association part. So yeah.
Okay, so the public folder is just put, maybe these are just placeholders as well, because they've kind of like only just put these four.
Yeah, there might be placeholders. And to see the sizes?
The sizes are not exactly. Let me see. Okay. Let's see. So they've got
400 by 400. Yeah.
Okay, so this one is fine.
That one is fine.
Yeah, this is the splash. Okay,
yeah,
I don't know what this one is. Banner. Okay, now these sizes I'm not familiar with.
They're different, huh?
Yeah, they're different. But we'll see in their where are we? Okay, we're this side. Okay, close this one. And we are on this one. Okay. All right, so it's still
installing
the packages. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's installing everything at once.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. So maybe
that's one of the key things, right? Is to stay up to date with all the changes, because they're constantly changing the base app. Like right now, this year, they're going back to trading first, financials first. So even if you're using the base app, you will see that the layout is slightly different, right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure with all those improvements, they're also changing the documentation. So one needs to keep themselves up to date with what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, because technology moves very quick. Like it's hard to believe just how much progress has been done in the last 2 years already. So it's always a good
on the
idea.
base app alone, we've had like 3 major changes since we started building. Yeah. While there were many changes underneath, but there's been like 3 major ones. Even the way that we build these apps, we've changed because as more tools become available, because the whole idea is to find a quicker, faster way, right, to build your mini apps. So as more tools become available, you just change, you adapt to that. So these templates might be a new way that could work faster. So we'll still tinker with them and find what is the quickest way to be able to use these templates. But in these templates, I actually saw something. I saw that they have a Vite app template, right?
Yeah.
Let me see. Where did I see this?
It's on top of the. So it's there.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
So this might be a game changer, right? Because it means now when you build your app in Lovable or in Google AI Studio, right?
Studio. Yeah.
Yeah, you might just have to install this in your VS Code, and then whatever you build, you sort of import it and you update, this template with whatever code that you're bringing in. So then the file structure would look the same. Because one of the biggest challenges with the Vite and when you're building a Next.js app, you always have to convert like what you've built in Lovable to a Next.js app first, or whatever you build in AI Studio. You have to convert it to a Next.js app to allow, the mini app to wrap around, that other app that you've built. So there's always a challenge because of the different file structure and all that. So this might be a game changer in that you have one less thing to do, might be quicker actually. but
Guys,
it's still something that I'll test, that we can play around with and find out how it comes out.
Google, can I
Yeah.
ask you something? On the
Mm-hmm.
it's the base.org. When I click on start building, and it takes me to the docs.base.org page where I find all my documentations, right? There is an AI assistant that is embedded within this portion of the website. Have you guys tried using that before? Or is that
Can
something
you say that
new?
again?
Inside
So
the base.org. Yeah.
Inside
It does have
base.org, there's an AI that's embedded in there, an AI
Yeah.
assistant dedicated to basically
the documentation
everything
and
regarding documentation.
Oh,
So the reason why I bring this up
At the
is
top?
when we were
mhm.
the reason I bring it up is when we're trying to figure out exactly what's in that mini
all the
app
way to the top.
template. So
Mm.
all I did was I went and asked the AI what's inside of it. And it gave me like a rundown of what they've put inside, which now makes me think,
nice.
okay, so if I'm struggling with something, I can literally throw whatever I'm struggling with from my IDE into
there.
this thing, as long as it's regarding any base sort of documentation. And the assistant will actually give me a step-by-step process to be able to go back into my
okay.
IDE and solve my problem, which is
Yeah,
major.
It's found the results. And you're right. So at first it was saying I haven't seen the thing, but then now it's actually, this is dope.
This
Yeah,
is
Thanks for pointing that out, Shabs, because this is actually a very, very clever way of doing it.
because
where
you
you can
can't
try and
fail.
figure all these things out here. So
Yeah,
for
you
anyone who
can't
didn't
fail,
see
bro.
it, right? In the
Imagine
base
if you could
documentation.
imagine if you could actually let this same AI, if you could tell it like convert the documents into like a clock, and then it kind of makes a copy for you to like the GitHub, then makes it and just gives you the download button. But yeah,
No, but
this is
But
very
actually,
it's close
now that you
enough.
mention it, this should
It's
be a window to
actually
build your mini apps. Actually, if you think about it,
no.
right?
But you know what they've done, guys? Like, there's nothing that you can be struggling with from a base perspective that you cannot put that error into that assistant, and that assistant not know or understand what your issue is from a base documentation perspective, which means sorting out Forecaster and setting up your Forecaster, it's solved. That is solved for you, right? Because the AI assistant knows everything about that. So every error that is related to your Minikit or Forecaster, Manifest, setting all of that up, you just have to ask it. And it will give you the step-by-step implementation, and it will tell you what its limitations are. And it will also say, hey, you know what? Actually, you should be doing it this way, as long as you asking it.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually a smart way of using them. Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay, so here's the mini app template here.
That's everything, Sign in, quick authentication. Okay, so with this template, you can literally do like everything. Like you can do literally everything with this. Because all you have to do now is just tell it what you want to build.
Yeah.
Okay, so
they put everything in there for us.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Wait,
wow.
Dude, this is crazy, man.
Yeah, it's connected.
And I think this one will be for.
It's the same, but I think it's just the buttons, like how they look. So they should still be the same. Yeah.
For MetaMask. Okay. Let's see full context object. What is this?
No context data available. Sign in. That's with Farcaster. Then that's the quick authentication flow.
Authenticate.
The open URLs. So yeah. So you can basically remove the things you don't want from here and just say I only want, ABC, like make it work for Farcaster and like the base app, and let it be like something that I can swap tokens in, and it will build it. And then all you have to do now is just,
Guys,
yeah.
guys, can I say something
Uh,
that I realized that the Anthropic guys did? So when you listen to the story of how the Anthropic team built Claude Cowork, they realized that the developers were using Claude Opus. Claude Code. They were using Claude Code to do like normal manual task, like arrange my desktop, look at my expenses and arrange them, in a certain way. What we do as developers is we tend to talk within the development context and jargons and language to our IDEs. But what those developers found out is that they could use those coding IDEs to actually do normal like task. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is this, right? So if I need to take out some of these things on here, I could literally prompt the AI that I'm working on like normal conversation and just say, you know what, I don't know what all of these things are. This is what I'm trying to build. What do you think I should be using? Act as my cognitive partner, and let's brainstorm on what's the best stuff to use in all of this. All of a sudden, that same coding model acts as a coding model, as a thinking, reasoning model, and it actually helps you to create a system that goes beyond like what you were technically thinking about. Hence, you could produce something. I'm being very, very optimistic here, as beautiful as Claude Cowork, because you just used a coding model in a way that you would use a reasoning model, and it builds something.
Yeah, you actually can, and
You know what I'm thinking?
No,
I think one thing I learned from this AI, right? Was so they've given us everything right here, right? So I remember at some point wanting to remove some features. And then the AI suggested don't remove them. We'll just remove them from the front end. So don't remove the underlying code, right? So when you tell your app, so if you wanna, so if there's certain stuff that you don't want to use within this template, right? So instead of completely removing it from the plumbing, right, from the underlying code, just remove it from your UI, and then your users, on the front end won't be using those features. So your UI will have, whatever app you build minus all these features, but they'll be there in the underlying, in the underlying template. So
Google, sorry, just
yeah.
a quick one. So instead of hiding them, we can comment them out.
Comment
Because
them
if
out.
we, so that if we hide them but they're not commented out, it then makes it easy for somebody to like interact with them just using code. So if we comment them out, then they don't actually run. They'll be like comments. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I think then in that way you are not, messing up anything, right? And if you want to upgrade your app in future, you can still, enable those features. Okay. All right. So I don't know. To me, this kind of looks like they've really then gone with, I mean, from what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing a lot of like, okay, so there's view token, swap token, send token. Okay, the view cast is obviously a cast is a post in Farcaster.
Oh, there's
Compose
even
cast.
haptics now, right? Do you see that?
What is
The
haptics?
trigger.
I saw this,
So
but I
the
didn't quite.
vibration. Try to click success.
I'm on my laptop, so.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so
like
this is the mobile vibration, like on
the
mobile
mobile
phone vibration
vibration.
and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So this will be interesting to work with, actually. So maybe we need to spend a little more time understanding all these features on this new template.
Yeah.
And building with it. Okay.
Yeah.
So this calls for, I guess, another tutorial of sorts, right? Where
Yeah, but
we get
I
up to
feel like
speed quickly.
for anyone so far who's seen this,
Mhm.
like the easiest way is for them to just download this and then npm install, npm build, and then we tell them to say just tell the AI the type of application you want to build, and then tell it to comment out everything else that isn't needed in that application. So for example, if it's got nothing to do with tokens, it will comment out everything like send token, receive token and stuff. But if it's got things to do with like, trading, it can maybe say just use these instead of the other features. I think that would be the easiest. Then after that it's just
Then where
deploy
to
into the
find it?
cell.
Okay.
Where to
I was
find
gonna
it?
recap, say where to find it. We go on base build.
Base build, and then we go
Go to mini
to
apps.
mini apps, yes, and then see
Start
see the
building.
documentation. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
start building is fine. Yeah.
Start
Then
building.
mini
Yeah, and
apps.
then
Mini app new.
scroll down to the left.
Yes, to the bottom. So mini apps.
Yeah.
Then
And then
scroll to the
resources
bottom.
templates.
Then resources. Yeah. Then full
And
mini
then
kit.
it's this one over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then this is it. So you'd copy this at the top
The
there
URL.
or over here.
Yeah.
Or copy this over there. And then go to your app and say download this template. And you just follow the instructions. Okay, so this is great. Now here's what's interesting, right? This new template has got their file structure is slightly, well, not the file structure per se, but the issue that we're trying to solve, all those images, these ones look slightly different. So I think we probably need to sort of like have a look at the documentation. Let me see. Shabs, maybe this is where the AI comes in, right? Let's see. Okay, so let me say on the. Okay, wait. Let me do it separately. So let me say, explain if the. What do they call those things? The App Store.
I think
assets,
we called them
like
embed.
Hero.png, logo.png, etc. Then embed section. Any. Okay, then how would I say this? Okay, let me just tell it how many images are required. Okay, all right. So explain how many images are required for the Store assets / creatives. Okay, let's see what it's going to say.
Dude, I'm liking this AI already.
Yeah. Okay, it says we need the icon, splash image, hero, the screenshots, up to 3 images. Okay. Portrait.
So what they
okay, so
you
it's
know
still
what?
the same.
it's still the
Sorry,
same.
you know what? I'm looking
Yeah.
at the like the images that it's given us, and I'm thinking to myself, remember that day when we were looking for the type of images, when we're saying where did we find where did we see the images? We should have just asked it.
Yeah.
And then it was because we
Okay.
spent like 3 minutes going through like
Mm.
where did we see them? Was it here? You know, so yeah, for anybody watching, guys, definitely use the AI assistant.
The AI
Sorry,
assistant.
guys.
Yeah, it will definitely make it way easier.
Yeah. I had to block out my camera there. My missus wants to give me lunch, and I'm like, I'm gonna call. She's still wearing,
You
she's working from home today, so she's got a dookie on, and I'm like, she's not slaying, bruh. This is not your time to be on camera.
right? You are spoiled. You are spoiled.
She would kill me if she was on video looking like that. Trust me. So yeah, the joys of working from home.
Yeah.
So yeah, so let's see. So I've asked it if this for full minikit demo has the same images or requires the same images. Yes, the same image requirements apply. Okay, so going back to these images here. So this hasn't changed. We still require all those. They just didn't add them all to the template, right? So we still have to create all these for your app to look good in the base app store. So what we will do,
I think they took out Google. They
um,
took out the 3 screenshots. Those are
no,
the
they're
things
still
that,
there.
yeah, they
They're
didn't
still
give us
there.
in the
No, it
mini
does
still
say
kit.
it's
there.
up to, yeah, it says up to 3 screenshots.
Yeah.
1284 by 2778 portrait recommended. So you will still need 3 screenshots. So nothing has changed much, right? Because you still need these 3 screenshots plus 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's 7 in total.
So
Yeah.
there's still 7 in total. I think I had 8 on my other side. That's because I added an extra screenshot. You see what it had? I think the template I took from had this screenshot, which is 1024 by 1526. But then the 3 they recommend are 1120 by 2532. Oh, but it said something different here. Let me see.
Yeah, just go back to it.
Okay, so it's 1284 by 2778. So I've got a mistake on my screenshot sizes on the other side. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, so these images are still required. So I think it takes us back to this app that we were working on earlier, what we were trying to show you guys, which was how to create those images.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, Lloyd, you suggested we just create one, which would ideally be the logo, right?
Yeah, so one that would be like the logo, and then once that's created, then the Python script automatically runs to now use that to generate the different dimensions.
So essentially, one could create this over here. So you see in your AI agent here, we've got Gemini Pro 3, right? So you could say, make me the logo. Let me see. What is let's go and have a look what the size of the logo is. Where is our file? Let me see. The logo is this one. So it's what? It's 84 by 84. Okay. Right. So we could say, okay, let me just get the full logo details. Let's quickly see if we can create the logo. Let me see what it says over here. Icon. Oh, so here they don't put the logo. Let me see in the documentation. We got icon, splash, hero, screenshot. Okay, so they don't have the logo here. Okay, so in this documentation there's a logo missing because the logo is 84 by 84, right?
Oh yeah. So maybe they're supposed to be put together.
So there's logo. So it's actually 8 images. So we're right.
Yeah.
So this AI is giving us 7 in the response, but we see we have a logo missing. Okay, so maybe let's start with the splash screen contains a logo. So maybe that's why they didn't include it. So we could essentially say create a splash screen. Let's work on with a splash screen. So I could tell this app to say, okay, create a logo within a splash screen, transparent background. Splash screen always has to be transparent. That's another thing that I think is not really mentioned here, but your splash screen has to be transparent. Yeah. Okay, so create a logo within a splash screen, transparent background, with these dimensions. Okay. And then say color should be rainbow, and 3D look or design, and should be for a skateboarding app. Let's see if Gemini 3.
Before you press
if
stop,
we can generate.
I think you also needed to add the fact that you wanted a JSON file version of that logo, so that you can be able to replicate that to create your next images.
Okay. All right, I can do that. That's cool.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Oh, I didn't tell it even. Okay, so I wanted the logo to be in PNG. I think that's the part. Okay, that doesn't look like a logo. Right, so this is Gemini 3. We got Gemini 3 in here, so maybe my prompting should have been better.
No,
but that's still a logo, right?
I think it's made it. It hasn't generated it using Nano Banana. I think it just wrote it with code. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think there's a difference if you tell it to use Nano Banana as opposed to, just letting Gemini 3 just generate by itself. And then have you guys heard of Stitch by Google?
Stitch?
Yeah.
No.
Stitch, I think it's pretty new. If I'm not mistaken, it's could be a couple of weeks old, not months. So basically, it's the Google AI student equivalent of designing websites and applications, right? So if you go to, let me just see if I can pull it up. I was playing around with it the other day.
Is it new?
stitchwithgoogle.com. Yeah, it's new. So go
Oh,
to stitchwithgoogle.com. What they
it's one
do
of those
have,
experimental ones.
yeah. So what they do have as well is an MCP that you can connect to your project. So connect the MCP in VS Code, and maybe if you use that to try and create this logo, you're gonna get the sort
Oh,
of
it
the
did
sort
make a
of
logo.
design
This is
that
an
you
actual
need.
skateboard, right? Have a look at
Yeah,
this.
he
Yeah,
made
It's
an
an actual
actual
yeah.
skateboard.
skateboard. So it's very smart. So okay, so guys, Gemini 3 does actually create good logos. I just think you just need a better prompt. So it did what I actually asked it to do. So I said create a skateboarding logo, right? 3D rainbow color, and it's actually done that. So this is actually a skateboard. Okay, so now we could tell it to convert this to PNG, and I could tell it to make this into these sizes, right? So I could tell it let's go to our documentation. So we could say, we could tell it create this to these specs, right? And put
Yeah,
them in the,
public folder.
okay. So use this logo to make the following in PNG and add them to the public folder. Then I could give it more context and say, make the splash screen okay, transparent. And then I could say okay, so the full screen, make the screenshots okay look like screenshots of a mobile homepage of the app. Okay, so we could tell it something like that, right? But I'm doing this using Google Gemini 3 Pro, right? So I think we could create all those assets. So we might not even need to create a separate app to do all of this, because you can create it within VS Code.
Okay, yeah.
That's if you're using Copilot Pro, which has Gemini 3
Yeah.
Pro. Okay. And then it should be able to just, there you can see it's already adding them to the
Yeah,
thing. Let me have a look
the
at this.
public.
Is that the icon? Oh, no. This is not the one. This is not the one. So, this came with a
The one,
template. So it's doing these
the one,
ones. Okay,
yeah.
that's the splash
There's another one.
logo.
Another one.
Okay, so it's kind of doing the same thing, but just resizing it for now. Okay, so I
Check
think we need to
check
just
the
then,
sizes. Just right click one
I beg
of
your pardon?
the icons. Yeah,
Which
just
one?
right click it. Yeah, that one. Right click it. Any of them. Right click it.
Oh,
Reveal in file.
okay, Reveal in Explorer. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, in Explorer, sorry.
Okay, so these are SVGs for now.
Yeah.
So SVGs is not gonna really give me a preview size, but let's just open it and have a look. Oh, okay.
Skate
So it's
live.
kind of made it like a screenshot. How do I zoom out? Let me see. Where is the zoom button? Oh,
At
there
the
we
top.
go.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the screenshot. It's actually doing a good job, because I told it make it look like a mobile screenshot with that size, and it's actually created it. Okay, so that issue of creating the assets for the app is solved. We just need better prompting, right? So I think
Yeah.
one would need to maybe, like Chebs was saying, right? Create a better prompt, maybe go to, so the best way to create a better prompt, right, is maybe you go to something like what? Pinterest, right? Pinterest has got very nice images. So most people, when you want to get the right JSON prompts, you'd go to Pinterest or just Google. So just Google mobile screenshots skateboard app plus Pinterest, I think. Let's see if it's gonna bring anything up in the image search. Okay, so there we go. So that's a screenshot. So one could copy any of these, right? Let me see, maybe there's a better one. Or it could just be this image. Okay, so this looks like a mobile screenshot. So open a new tab. So I could save this image, right? Or yeah, I could save this image. Okay, so I would say skate, right? So I'll save this image. Then I would go to ChatGPT. Or I could just come here in VS Code actually and
Yeah,
add
let's try and do it in VS Code
ChatGPT.
and just see.
Yeah, so I'll put ChatGPT 5.1. Then I would add that image, right? So where's that image that I downloaded? Where was that image? Okay. Let's open this image and copy it. Okay, so I would copy this. So now we're creating a JSON prompt for this image. Then we're going to take the JSON prompt and use Gemini 3.0 or within VS Code to turn it into a JSON prompt. So I'll say create an exact okay, so create a JSON prompt for Gemini 3 to replicate this exact image. Okay. This image attached. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I think in agent, I'll need to be in agent. I wonder if you can do it in the ask mode. Probably can, but let's see what it's going to do.
Yeah, you can do it in the ask mode as well.
Yeah. So here it will probably create a file somewhere here, which would have that JSON prompt. But the good thing is we can do if you're on Google Copilot, I mean if you're on Gemini, if you are on GitHub Copilot Pro within VS Code, right? You have all these different AI. So you just need to switch between them for different tasks. So apparently ChatGPT is the best for ChatGPT 5.1 is the best for taking an image and creating a JSON prompt. But you need to tell it you're creating a JSON prompt for Gemini or Nano Banana or whatever, right? Then it creates the code structure for that image. Then you take that JSON prompt and you use okay, so this is it, I think. So we take that and then I can't help you replicate that exact photo, but here's a JSON prompt. You can use Gemini to generate a similar original skateboard shot. Okay, right. So now it's given us this prompt. Let's see. Then we go to Gemini 3 Pro, and then I'll say use this prompt to make the screenshots.
And you give it the sizes of all your different
with the logo with the skateboard logo you created previously. Yeah. The screenshots. Okay. I think it will figure it out. Let's have a look and see.
You didn't want to give it the exact file sizes so that it's more specific and it just does it.
Yeah, I should have, but I think it will figure it out. because I'm
Yeah.
asking it of something that it previously did. So one thing you'll notice with this VS Code now, it's got this context window as a separate chat. So if you go back here, it will show you all the different chats that you did per day. So it kind of keeps everything as one context window. And then when it's full, it creates a new one, or when you exit, so I think then within this chat, it would normally have memory. That's at least what I've been experiencing. So you see, it's got a
Yeah.
back arrow. So if I go on that back arrow, you'll see it's got a history of all my chats that it put within each like context window or something. So I think it
Okay.
should hopefully be able to. Okay. So it's got screenshot 1 and 3 SVG. Let's see. 1 and 3. Is that? No, it's not this one. What the hell is it doing?
Guys,
Is that
so
one? Oh, it did
no.
this one. That looks lame.
Google, what you can do is you can go to find the skateboard itself, yeah. That same one.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, pick one of those. Like
Mm.
logo 2.
Can you say that again?
The splash logo 2, just right click it. I want to show you guys something. At the bottom.
Splash logo 2.
Yeah, that one. Just right click it.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Copy path. The path that says copy path at the bottom. On top.
Okay. Copy path.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Click it and then just go to your IDE.
Mm-hmm.
Paste it.
Okay. All right. It's still writing something though.
Yeah. Okay. Then just say space and then type, say, convert this skateboard into the PNG icon and base logo image sizes in public. In public. Yeah, in public. Using Python script. Just say using Python script.
Ah,
yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was saying the whole time. Like, that's how I do it. If it gives you an error with SVG, then yeah, but yes, next. Just say next.
Oh, so this is just to convert to PNG?
Next. No, so what this is going to do is it's going to get this skateboard, then it should create one file, which is a Python script, which will convert this into the sizes that you want. So I've never done this with an SVG, but it should work because most of the time I use PNG. So I just create one image and I use Python to just generate the sizes.
Should I have used Claude for this? Because I was still under Gemini Pro.
No, Gemini Pro should be able to handle that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So while it's doing that, let's have a look at what this thing created. Okay, so it did create a screenshot, right? But it's not really like it's not really the image that we wanted it to create, but it's a good start. I think better prompting. Maybe ChatGPT was not able to extract that JSON prompt as well as I hoped.
You know what I did, Google, when I was trying to figure out how to constantly redesign different websites and my website, I created something similar to this. And what I did is I used Gemini Pro. Then I used Gemini Pro would create a JSON script. Then I used Nano Banana to create the actual image. And then I would ask Gemini Pro to take that image and give me that JSON prompt again, in terms of that description. And that's the output I take into the IDE. So I kind of cross-reference them.
Yeah, and this You know, this JSON prompt was actually not great. This is not what you're looking at. It needs to be. Let me show you guys something. Did I email myself these JSON prompts? Let me see. But sometimes you can go and copy other JSON prompts, right? There's a couple of accounts I follow that create JSON prompts. Let me quickly just show you guys one.
Also,
But they make hyper realistic images, right? So it looks like real people.
Yeah.
But you can always then change them or tell so sometimes it's better to start off with something. So I normally
Also,
get these on X.
yeah. Yeah, X is pretty good at
Mm.
that. There's a couple of guys that I also follow that use, and I think that there's a Google account on X that I follow that also just puts out different Nano Banana prompts. So if you take that, the exercise I did for myself is I took as many as I could find of those prompts, created an agent based on those prompts. So the agent was trained on those prompts. And then when I go into my AI studio and I do the exercise that I was telling you to create any image with that in the background, and I get a JSON prompt output, it's based on like that level of prompting, that you can now take and put into your project, which makes a big difference.
Mm.
Actually, Google, you know,
Okay, so
one of the things.
So if you just go to prompts,
One of the things that we don't think
be able
about.
to find some prompts. You're saying something?
Okay, I thought you were frozen. But
No,
what I
it's
was
been
saying,
frozen.
No, man.
it has, huh?
No, yeah, like the image itself has been frozen, but
You
like
could
Google
hear
hasn't
Google.
frozen. The whole time.
Okay.
Maybe it's just me.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, my side as well.
okay, wait.
So what else?
Let me see.
What I was saying,
I
Google.
think I've got too many processes running.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's just it was just the image, but everything else is fine. Like what you're streaming is good. It's just your profile that we couldn't.
Oh.
Oh, now we saw you move. Okay.
So Google, maybe here's a
Let me
hack
stop sharing.
so here's a hack
Yeah,
for everybody. Yeah. So what you can do, right, to get really good prompts, go and download all these prompts on X. There's some GitHub repository of like really great prompts, right? Put them in your notebook LM. And then from your notebook LM, go create a gem. So Google Gemini has their own agent that you can create called Gem, right? Create a gem based on all the Nano Banana prompts that you've downloaded from all over the place, whether it's X, whether it's some repository, whether it's something that you saw on YouTube and they're talking about it. And then from that, right, you can create, that's your agent, that gem that you've created. That's the agent that will be able to give you the most amazing images that you want, simply because it is trained on the right sort of knowledge. So it is anchored in Notebook LM, and then from there on, it can be able to give you the output that you're looking for, because that's what it learns from, because gems are connected to your Notebook LM. That's how I would do it now. Before I was going the long way around. Now that's the easiest shortcut that I can give to people.
I think you need to give us a crash course on that, because I haven't used Notebook LM. I haven't used Gems, so setting up those agents is still something I haven't tried, right?
Okay.
I think it sounds easy to you because you've been knocking at this for quite a while. But
I'm
how
always
do we
tinkering, man.
get somebody new? Okay, so the Python
I'm
script I
wondering.
ran, Lloyd, still, it's doing quite a bit. I think this is what was hanging my laptop.
Oh, okay. Because I'm wondering why it's. I think it's trying to install something
because I'm using Gemini
right?
3, man. I'm using
No,
Gemini
no, no,
3.
no.
Gemini 3 does this. It does this like
It's actually good. I
Claude
think
Sonnet
it's
is faster.
yeah, Claude is faster, but I think the script did create a PNG despite the color gradient. So it did make them, but it was trying to fix the color gradient. Try to look at them. You see, so it's missing the color gradient stuff. That's why. Yeah, but if you look at the sizes, just try to look at the sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
did the
that's why
exact same thing.
I don't use SVG. I just generate the image as a PNG, then just convert it.
Well, those are the wheels of the
SVG,
skateboard.
yeah, those are the
So there's
wheels for the
actually a
skateboard.
skateboard. Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think just to close it off, I think here is, so if you go to your X and you search for Nano Banana prompts, right? You'll find different types of prompts for making people, for making logos. I think this one is for logos, right? So this one is for a logo. So if we copy this, then maybe we put a brand name to this, right? So let me copy this. So
yeah, Amir is very good. He's actually really good.
Let's see.
Google. Sorry. So if you're running it directly in here, it won't generate this. I don't think it will.
It won't generate this in Gemini Pro if I tell it use Nano Banana?
Try telling it. I know that it might have an issue, but try it, because mostly for when it's using, like, when it's being used in an IDE, it's mostly for coding. So it might not have generate image, it might just have upload image. But you can try. Like, you can try it. I know if you're using like MCP, like if you're adding it to like MCP, that should work, because then it's calling another API. But I don't know. Try it out.
Yeah. But I think ultimately, guys, this is trial and error. But otherwise, sometimes I guess if you want to generate the right assets, you can just go directly to Google AI Studio, Lovable, or any of these other platforms and try and generate that. I think for the progresses of this call, we're trying to generate everything within the IDE. So you don't have to be going out and back. It can do the basics. The good thing is that it can create like all your assets. So the right sizes, you can create the basic like logos and all that, but you just need to be more descriptive with your, with your prompting, telling it what kind of logos you want to create, give it the sizes, be a little more descriptive. For my screenshots, I want it to be like this, like this. Maybe go and get a better prompt like what we're trying to do here. So I'll call this Skater app. And then I'll say use Nano Banana within the Gemini 3 model to make this logo, and make it 200 by 200 px. Colorful Skater Inspo. Okay. Am I telling it to? Okay. All right. I don't know if I gave it the right instructions. But yeah, so today's session was just really about trying to create these app assets, right? So your app looks good, it is discoverable. When people go into the app store, the base app store, they can find your app. It's got some branding, it's got some logos, and they're all the right sizes, right? So when people open the app, it also shows in the app gallery, they can find it. It's got some unique branding, and then it's got the specific sizes that are required, which you find in your public folder when you're building your mini app, right? Or if you don't find it in the public folder, you can go to the documents and ask for the sizes. So you can go to your mini app documents, create new mini apps, and say, list me all the sizes of the base mini app assets or / creatives, that are part of the embed and previews. And then it will give you all those assets. It will list all of them. If you're not sure what to call them, just say, give me or list all the assets or the images,
the
.png images that will be in the public folder, that I need to create for my app to be discoverable or to look good in the mini app store. And it will give you, a list of those. Okay. So yeah, so that's what we've been able to do today. Okay, let's see.
Can you do me a favor, Google?
Mm-hmm.
In our chat, I just put through a JSON script in this chat in StreamYard. Can you copy it and run it inside your VS Code? I just want to see what that's like, because I've disabled all my APIs because I was just wasting money on Nano Banana. I just want to see.
All right, let me just finish with this one and let's have a look at what it looks like, what it was able to create. Okay, so I can't see it in. All right, so I'm asking it to add it to. Okay. All right, so let's see. Okay, so this is what is created. Not really the thing that we're saying. I think it's coming back to what you guys were saying, that it's not gonna create it's not gonna make
it's the wrong model.
It's not it's not using
just using
Gemini,
Banana.
right?
Yeah.
No, it's not using Nano Banana. So
it's not using Nano Banana.
In the IDE, most models are mostly structured. The APIs they're using are mostly for coding. So if you want to use things like Nano Banana, then you have to use the MCP part, which codes the actual model itself. But the best it would do is generate logos like this, because it's actually just using code rather than using like the actual Nano Banana model.
Okay, so one has to go and find Nano Banana, right?
Yeah, Nano Banana, ChatGPT.
Yeah. Does Nano Banana, does it do like a free does it do free, like does it have a free tier?
Yeah, it has a free tier. You've got like maybe 15 images. Yeah, it does have a free tier.
Oh,
it does. Yeah, so that's what I do.
Can you get an API for Nano Banana? Is
there
an API key for Nano Banana?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, via subscription though, not via free tier.
No, it's subscription.
So you have to.
If you're using it for free,
so free of charge.
Then
okay, so you do get
why does your Google AI Pro have 0? The next one. Yeah.
0 for 1 month. 0 for 1 month only, and then 429.
Okay.
And then this one is okay. So Gemini A+ is Nano Banana if you pay for it. Okay. So if you're building a lot of apps, I guess that makes sense. Okay. All right. Okay. So I think that's kind of it. So all right. So you can't really create great assets in the but you can create placeholders, right? For the sake of progress, and that you publish your app to the media. You can use, you can do everything within the IDE, get your app done, and start getting some users onto it, right? And then while you're doing that, while you're getting your first 100 users, you can work on all your other assets in, Nano Banana outside your IDE. But the beauty of it is that when you're building mini apps, guys, because we are all about speed, building quickly, and being able to get the stuff done and out of the way very quickly, you can do most of this stuff. This was one of the missing links that we hadn't solved in terms of how do you generate all these assets, right? And we're trying to build an app around it, but then there was limitations with that app because of the Google AI Studio key, which only allows us to run one prompt at a time. But we realized that there's different ways to run it within your IDE and create all these 8 different assets using the tools and the different AI tools that are already in place within this. This is a GitHub Copilot Pro. So I'm using the free tier, but you have to subscribe and provide your credit card to be able to. Okay.
Sorry, man.
All right. So before we go, Shabs, you had one suggestion, right?
I have to show you something, guys. Before we go, I have to show you something.
So I copy this.
This thing is crazy. Copy that into your IDE, and as it's going, maybe let me share my screen and show you.
So what am I doing here? I'm telling you to do what exactly? And which am I using? Gemini 3 or?
Just use Gemini 3, right?
Okay, so this is what exactly? So I'm saying, is it making... So
this is supposed to be a logo.
Okay, so make this logo, okay.
Yeah, make this logo,
okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then send it, right? Let's see what it gives you, right? And then I'll show you how that was created. It'll take 2 seconds because then I'll share my screen and I'll share you, I'll share with you the hack behind it. And it's incredible, the difference, right? It is incredible. From what we were getting with the method we're trying to use and what I got for this, it's crazy. It is crazy.
Okay, so let me tell you to add this to the public folder.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's going.
For everybody following.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
so
for everybody
now,
following
I think
online, maybe.
With all the improvements in AI tools, right? We can completely build your mini app without ever leaving the IDE, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you create a temporary browser? Yeah, you can, right? Or not create a temporary browser, but like I can ask it to browse pages. Like if I wanted to access Google Docs without ever going out from my IDE, because I'm thinking if I want to build things quickly, and then I don't want to leave my IDE. I want to, I just don't want to keep going back and forth, right? Because I find that I do that a lot and I have so many browsers open and sometimes it just gets tiring. I could access everything here within my preview window, right? Because this is like literally a web page, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a web browser. Let me see. Okay, so no, it's not this one. But there is one that's a browser over here. Okay, so I'd have to ask you to open the browser window. Okay. All right, we'll get to that. So this is what you asked me to do. Is this it, Shabs?
No, it's not. And I'll tell you what it is. There's a model problem, right? It's a model problem.
Okay.
The same prompt that I gave you. Yeah. Can I share my screen? Let me just show everybody what was supposed to come out. So this is a model issue.
Okay.
That we actually realized.
Stop sharing.
Let me know when you can see my screen, yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, you can see it.
You're
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Okay. This is what it's supposed to look like. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So
But where did you do that in? In which?
What I
This is
did,
inside
right? So this is
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
So all I did was, so there was a project I used to work in, right? And what I wanted was to create really great images, right? So I took the same way that you did, all the prompts from X. I created a repository, which I trained my model in, and it's the model running behind this. So this is the prompt I gave it now. Create a skateboard logo, brand name Malang, and make it 200 by 200 px, colorful skateboard PMG, right? It gave us this, right? But what it did in the background is, first of all, it wanted, so the model I created behind is supposed to rearrange my prompt into something that is professional. So it analyzed it, it looked at the intent, aesthetics, it put it there. It says what it's going to do, engineer a schema, and all of that. And then it gives me a schema at the bottom here, right? This schema is what I take forward to go and actually create the picture. I could have run it in here, but I don't have any credits on my Nano Banana, right? That's why I ran it in ChatGPT to get this. But I think that's the trick, right? The trick is the description. It's all about how we describe the image that we're trying to build. But because I know I'm really bad at describing like what the image is supposed to do, what I created is an agent that will take my flimsy little descriptions, create it into a proper expert level description, give me a schema, right, in JSON format, which then if I needed to within the space, I could just regenerate this image, right? But because there's no credit here, that's why I put it in here. And that's the difference, right? So I think it's getting that JSON file to speak to everything you want this to come out as. Like, I mean, guys, look at my prompt, guys. Create a skateboard logo, brand Malang, make it 200 by colorful. That is not a prompt that generates this, right? So maybe
this is dope, man.
Yeah, it's teaching people how I got to this, right?
Yeah.
It's teaching you the steps behind this whole thing that gave me the output, which this output is how one model speaks to another model and which gives us the result that we want.
Yeah. And this would really look good like an app for whether it's a splash screen or, you know, going to the app store, you're looking for this skateboarding app and it's got images like this. It's very attractive and it's very like, you know,
this
for
is
that culture,
fire,
skate culture with graffiti culture. This is like the perfect like kind of like logo. So yeah, so Shabs, just to recap on how you got to this, what did you use? Notebook LLM? Notebook LM? Was it Notebook?
So I went to X. I took as many prompts that I could find from different people, like really, really good prompts, right? And then I compiled all of those prompts, including a GitHub repository with really good prompts. I put it into Notebook LM, right?
Okay.
So from Notebook LM,
you first created a library of prompts in
Notebook LM. A library
LM.
of prompts, yeah.
All right. Okay.
And then from there, I went and I created an agent, right? And it's that agent that is running behind this. So the agent I created, I actually created it in Claude. I used Claude to create that, but I think it's much easier to create it using Google Gems, because then I can link my Google Gem to my Notebook LM. So if I am here, give me 1 second. Let me maybe just show you what I mean by that. So if I'm here from like a Google Gem, you guys can still see my screen, yeah?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So if I'm here, let me just wait for this to load up. And I take a gem like this agent builder, right? From here, I can just link it to any Notebook LM on any topic that I want. So I don't know. So we link that, and then it's just the normal prompting interface, and it will create whatever I need. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So now when you connect this, how do you connect this to your Notebook LM? So you save this, and
so when I created a gem, right? Maybe I must have a tutorial on how to create a gem. Yeah. But once I create a gem, I can choose what I want to link on here, right? So I can upload files, I can add my Google Drive photos, and it also gives me an option to add Notebook LM here. So because I can add Notebook LM, remember all the prompts that I put into my Notebook LM, they come up here. And therefore I can choose and say, okay, let's use that. And then when I do my prompting here in terms of create an agent that will be able to do this for me, the agent builder prompt perfect creates a Nano Banana expert level image generating agent, which then I will come in here and put it as a system prompt that runs and creates this part, that analyzes and says, okay, is this what you want? Are these the things that you want me to be able to create? And it makes sure that I can read this in normal English, right? Before it actually creates my schema. And if I want to change anything, I can change it here, right? And then it will alter. When I say generate schema, it will alter the schema. And before this, I generate the image, then I know the schema is right, the image prompt that I wanted is right, and then we generate the actual image, which then gives you this here.
This. Okay. I mean, it's definitely worth a process worth learning if you want to, if you want your apps to have wow factors. And I can imagine you could do this for your app's UI. Because right nowadays, we're using AI to generate even the UI. So a lot of our apps are starting to look the same. And then if you want your apps to stand out, especially consumer apps, or if you're targeting a certain like a Gen Z or whatever, user base, then you want your apps to start looking different, your mini apps, to look different. So this could be used in so many ways to improve, the look and the feel of an app. But beyond the look and the feel of an app, so obviously today, guys, we've been dealing with trying to fix or trying to create those images that are part of the whole embed and the preview, and they call them assets or creatives, mini app assets or app store creatives. I think that's what they call them. So those make your app stand out. So there's a couple of ways to do that. So we had the short form where you do it in the IDE, and then there's the long form where you get out of the IDE, you use tools like Nano Banana, you try and find certain images for inspiration, or in Shab's case, he's created a whole library of references to create the JSON prompts for that. But ultimately, there are so many ways to kill a cat, right? Find the one that works for you, There's the shorter way where you just do everything in the IDE using quick prompts. And then when you want to beautify your app, then you go out there and just put in all the work using Google tools or any other tools. Yeah. Thanks for that. Lloyd, any suggestions with everything that we've been talking about?
I think for like the creation of like the images, like Shad has already showed you guys how to do it. And I mean, there's different ways in which you can do it. So I think play around with what suits you. Find out what makes your work, easier to do. And also don't be afraid to experiment, like that's how you learn. You won't learn if you keep doing the same stuff that you already know. So, experiment with new things. Constantly check the base.org as well for new documentation so that you can, always be up to date. But yeah, other than that, I think that's all for me. Keep building, go download the templates, play around with them, and send us what you build. Build something over the weekend, send it to us on like a Monday, and who knows, we might give you a QR code, so.
Exactly. Yeah, I wanted to show you guys one more thing. Hold on. So, you know what? You get based, right? You start to like things in blue, right? So I got this thing, right? So I'm building this live trading app, right? Live shopping app, right?
Yeah.
And with that, I want to do some giveaways when I launch it, right? So I bought this nice, cool sneakers for my target audience, right? These are like, this should be base, right? But it's not. So I bought these to see if I can, they will be the first thing like in my live shopping app that I'll be, giving away. Maybe we might raffle it. You all buy tickets for $2 or whatever. Or, so I thought this were cool for people that like base. They don't have a base logo. They're not base swag.
I share that's not my size, Google.
I'm a size 10 and 11, so I bought one that would fit me. So this would be ideally for somebody with a big shoe. But
I'm tall, right? Guys, I'm tall.
I'll be selling this in the base app. So while you're live trading, we'll be selling live trading and other, paraphernalia for the app. So this is one of the things that I bought. So when I launched my app, I've got like some nice goodies and giveaways, for the app as well. So I'm really going in on this app because live trading is like the new thing. So the app that I've been building it allows you to sell tokens and swag and whatever on a live, so you click on the screen, while the live is playing, and then you buy things, so I'm aligning with the new base app strategy. Okay.
Google, sorry. How possible is it for me to stream to like the app by playing video games instead?
Yeah, I guess you could. I add a screen sharing function, actually. That's the next bit. So
yeah, because I've been streaming, like when I'm free, just to kind of cool my mind. I've been streaming to Zora. I'll be playing like video games and just have like a live stream there.
Yeah. Can you share your screen on Zora?
Today?
No. I mean, Zora allows you to share the screen, right? So
yeah. So I use OBS for streaming. So I'll be playing. Then I've got a broadcaster like OBS. It's an app, so it lets me stream my content, whether it's video games or stuff, to Twitch, Zora, or any other platform. So I've been using Zora. I didn't want to use Twitch because I was trying to see how to monetize these using like crypto. But if you can make your app that way, I would probably be the first person playing my video games there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We can chat and maybe you can help me out maybe tomorrow with adding all the, some of these features and all that. Because I want to do the split screen thing as well. So if you're, so let's say you are trading, you're showing people what you're buying. And then you have a split screen, the bottom screen, because it's mobile first. So the bottom screen could have, like, maybe you're sharing your phone, you're buying from your phone, you're on the base app, right? So the bottom app shows your phone screen, and the top app shows you. And then people are able to then, follow or copy trade or whatever. So yeah, so I'm still working on that. But we can get on a call and then maybe you can help me with some of that code as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, so I realized that, the younger generation, they love swag, man. But not just the younger generation. A lot of people like, if you saw Base, it's got the shop.base.org. It's got a lot of swag, but they don't deliver in Africa at the moment, right? So they've got the watch, they've got the hoodie, they've got the cap. But I went to check it out in Africa. There wasn't a delivery for Africa, so I'm assuming it's a logistics thing, and a pricing thing. Because normally when I buy stuff, there's a shop in the UK I normally used to buy from. And when they deliver like clothes and stuff like that, I'll pay, I think, £20 for delivery, if I wanted to come quick, which is expensive, so that could be an issue why Africa delivery sometimes is, but if it goes via post, which takes longer, in South Africa, you get it via the post office. It will be, I think you end up not paying if you buy over like £100, or you end up paying like £10 or something like that. But yeah, so logistics to Africa, guys, is still an issue. So with things like swag, that's always a challenge. How do you send it to your target user base? But yeah, these are opportunities for anyone who's building mini apps, who can fix the real world and bring it on chain. There's a big opportunity to do stuff around.
When you say that,
Yeah.
like I got an idea.
We're gonna be here forever.
And I was thinking, you know what, guys, we need to be more disciplined and just do an hour. An hour is an hour. Like we can never manage
hours. So.
We can never manage an hour, and I guess sometimes it's good, because we get to put a lot out there, And just to come back to you, when you were talking about the logistic constraints between,
guys, I think it's 3:00. Was there not another live stream? Lloyd, you mentioned another live stream.
There's supposed to be another live stream today, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But that's, I think, at 4.
I think we should end this call. Didn't you say 3 p.m.?
I thought it was 3. I think it's 4. Okay. I think it's an hour from now. Yeah, but we can definitely
wind down. Because in case they're using this platform as well. I think, guys, let's call it a day. Share a quick one with your idea before we go.
Yeah, I think we can do like a Airbnb luggage space, sort of merchant delivery into Africa, into and out of Africa, right? So if somebody's got some space in their luggage, they're traveling to a certain space, to a certain country.
Yeah,
we should be able to identify them, give them the package, pay them something, and then they deposit it somewhere within that country, and that's where you pick it up from. Done.
Almost like Uber delivery, but for cross borders.
Cross borders into somebody's bag. There's obviously going to be some compliance sort of things that we need to look out for.
Yeah.
But we can do that. It's very easy to be able to figure that out, because there's airline sort of like compliance things. You do that, then imagine, guys, that means any package that you want coming from anywhere in the world, as long as there's somebody flying, and we know that there's flights every single day in different directions.
Every day, man.
Every single day. As long as somebody accepts the risk and there's no drugs and there's no funny business, we've made sure that there's none of that. We can get it across, guys. This is open source logistics. We can get it across.
That's a very good idea.
That's how smart we are in trying to get in getting people comfortable to get small packages across. Or somebody could have a whole suitcase and they're going shopping somewhere, but because they have an empty suitcase going, let's say, to the UK. That means you can put things in it and drop it in the UK, get paid for that, come back with your
you know,
stuff.
a good test case for this would be the base swag, right? There's so many people, I'm sure, across South Africa or Southern Africa, Nigeria, East Africa, West Africa, who would like some of the space swag, but they probably can't access it because of the delivery issue, right? So what if we put out like a waitlist type of thing? They pay in advance, take orders, and then then the app kind of works with plane seats. Whenever people are booking plane seats, they have that option to,
Somebody has the option to
but
say,
yeah,
okay,
it's something that can be done. As a mini
because
app.
this is a swag, I'll take it. But if it was, let's say, perfume, maybe I don't want to touch perfume because there could be other things in it. So it's about identifying the sort of products that we allow, and then, guys, Bob's your uncle. Like, the system is there, the logistics are there. It's just how do you incentivize somebody to be able to carry things? They do it for free right now, guys. They literally
people will take it as long as it's low risk. So
as long
swag
as it's
from
low risk.
a reputable company makes sense. So if you swag from Base, if it's stuff like Lloyd, you bought the AI wearables, so stuff like that. Like I guess things like corporate swag from Coinbase, from Base, whether from Ethereum, those things would really be easy to because then it requires, like, I guess, a community of people, right, that are familiar, people who travel a lot for eventing and stuff like that. Then when you build it as an app for that community, then it's easier to execute. So then the app can have, But anyway, guys, I think let's call it a day. It's been fun. Thank you very much, Jabs, as always. Thanks, Lloyd, as always. And thanks to everybody that came to watch this. Hope you got inspiration on how to sort out your mini app assets, make them beautiful, and make them, your apps attractive in the Base mini app store. Okay. We'll catch you again next week, Tuesday at 7 p.m. for Builders Office Hours. I think on the next one, we'll look at the new templates. We briefly looked at it. We're going to play around with them in the next few days, and then we'll look at those templates next week. Thank you very much. Have an awesome day, guys, and a great weekend from tomorrow. Cheers, gents.
Awesome, guys. Bye. Cheers. Have a good one.